And so the journey continues, the mystery continues, and so does, well, the search as to where Elias got his design ideas from for that luscious suit. But definitely most importantly, it's time for another episode. And that couldn't come fast enough because I am really enjoying Mahoutsukai no Yome, and hopefully you are too. And so with that in mind, make sure you're sitting comfortably. And let's begin. It's hard to say that it's starting strong by showing the intro straight away. Mainly because they could put this song anywhere and I'd be happy. Also, with the... I can't remember what they called themselves, the Academy or whatever it was. The effectively telephone call that Elias got in the last episode. How will that play out in the dynamic of the show? And also, is Elias going to be slightly annoyed that he himself didn't get to explain the backstory, instead left it to... can't remember his name. We did see he got his bolo tie from the master, the one who took them in. What did you find? Or was she just casually clearing up? Doing some actual introspective thinking, is he? I know it was L something, but I couldn't remember the tree name. Must be nice to have your own home in a separate dimension, cut off from the rest of society. Reminds me of when I went snowboarding. Face planting quite heavily. Well, kind of like how that young grey-haired sorcerer looks at things, I guess, but for different reasons and in a slightly different way. Hiding himself in the shadows. That doesn't leave a good impression now, does it? Is she going to mention anything about the scary shadow? I mean, yes. Jumping to conclusions already. But when faced with something they can't understand, mob rule. Yeah, this is going to turn out well for you villagers, isn't it? Considering he has no attachment to humanity or anything at the minute. You see, this is why you need to at least look at things slightly in depth first before lashing out. Quite a nice way of escaping, I guess. We're just passing through, not staying for too long, hopefully. Kind of understand why he constantly hides his face with a veil. Although it's not a very great disguise, is it? When you're lost, ask for directions. He picks up things quickly. Where did he learn that from? Mm-hmm. But is it just copying is what he does? That's not something you just drop in casual conversation, though, is it? It's kind of to be expected, though, isn't it? Like, we saw him lose control earlier. So, what, that's the first time you think he's ever done that? I mean, we're actually being shown what she was seeing here, and wow. Very understanding of her. I wonder how I taste. Probably not great. Given half the chance, yeah. I mean, we don't hold wild animals as evil because we could be found in their like food chain, but slightly different when things are sentient. Great. Probably why he has a housekeeper. Well, other creatures are scared out of self-preservation. Humans get scared out of many, many aspects and reasoning. Hmm. She has a lot to contemplate, kind of, doesn't she? I'm not answering that. With her current mental state, I'm pretty sure she wouldn't be above, like, letting him feast. They look like they've grown in the background there. Oh no. Glub glub, once again. Has she learned to swim yet? Whose fault do you think that is? Hmm. Would that also be classified as a dragon, or is it just some underwater species? And does that mean things like krakens and leviathans are real? Hmm. Okay. I mean, there are minerals which are red, sure. Some of the bark there I recognise. There used to be a willow tree up at the front of the garden. I need to check it's still there next time I visit my parents. It's just something you're going to have to do. How big is this wand? Is he not going to give any like dimensions for it to be? I remember actually stripping bark off of logs and carving them when I was younger for no real reason. I was like, so it was something somewhat cathartic. Well, she hasn't seen much like self worth of herself, so there hasn't been many reasons to contemplate anything that she's involved with. I mean, I understand it kind of, like that feeling of not being useful, but not to the extent. She's whittled down that branch quite a lot. Was she talking at all? I mean, are we about to be shown something incredibly pretty? Wasn't quite expecting the quick swing into a musical, but I wonder if he taught Elias this as well. There's always something quite mysterious on it about a slight blue-green sheen. Kind of like with bioluminescence. Hopefully she's not going to be taken over water. We know what happens. Music is something that is somewhat like universal. Even if you can't understand the language it's sung in, you can understand the feelings it's trying to imply. And what is it panning out to? Would you be able to see it in the same... Did she unconsciously do this? That's, okay. We'll talk about it. He's a bit close to that mirror. Is she putting them so that you can see? Is it like a mirror, or is there also somewhat transference magic going on as well? There we go. All good, I hope. And what? What is he going to have to tell her about the... Huh, so that's what she picked up. About the conversation. There's definitely one way to get the people on the other end to hang up. Although I don't know how I'd feel about having to get a new phone every time I have a conversation. It will get somewhat expensive. And so I am slightly correct in what I was thinking when I first started watching this and people were asking me about it. About what this show might entail or go into. And how he saved her, and so she will repay the favour. Although I'm hoping at least it will go down that route in getting him to at least see somewhat of what humanity is. Mahoutsukai no Yome is one of those shows where it has so many facets that I really quite enjoy, and for obvious reasons. And definitely what makes these characters seem somewhat grounded, even in a world of magic and mystery, is that they are all flawed. And considering how it has gone so far, I'm hopeful in my estimations that by the end of watching the series, then they're going to go through a little bit of character growth, aren't they? For better or worse. but no matter what way it tends, it's going to be good. And hopefully you'll be there right alongside me. If you liked this episode, let me know by liking the video and or leaving a comment down below. And if you think I'm worth it, subscribing to the channel is also a nice present for me. And I'm not sure if it can be picked up on the microphone, but I'm hearing quite a few bird songs out of the window, which is kind of nice. So I might end it here just so that, you know, I can step away from technology for at least a little while. Make sure you take care of yourself though, so I can see you in the next one. And if you too want to become the helpful healing hands to my channel, then consider becoming a patron, much like these amazing people here. They keep me nice and healthy, even if it is for their own enjoyment. But still, the Flawed Otaku, Sal, Raywin, Yuki Ali, Aegis TR, Dynamite 1997, Louis Almanza, Aisha M, Danny Tree, Daniel Jorgensen, ASD, and everyone else, thank you.